The dawn of a new day in the National Football League. A new team, the Jacksonville Jaguars, emerges from the unknown, with all the hope and promise of the future before them. It is a future as limitless as a dream, and right from the opening kickoff, the Jaguars displayed a passion for the game that knew no bounds.
And the kickoff is underway. The crowd comes to its feet. Fires across the middle, leaping catch made! Brunell rolling. Now he's on the run left. Handoff, running right. Lofting it downfield for Pete Mitchell. Mitchell makes the catch at the 30 over the shoulder.
Earning 4 victories in its inaugural season, Jacksonville soared above expansion team expectations and laid the foundation upon which future Jaguar teams will build the tradition.
Now he's got to run outside the pocket. He's got room. He's at the 25, the 20. He's at the 15, the 10. He's on his feet, 5. Touchdown, Mark Brunell!
Although 1995 was only the beginning, the Jaguars and their fans already have much to be excited about. The proud owner of the NFL's 30th franchise, Wayne Weaver's first move was to hand off the coaching responsibilities to Tom Coughlin.
Wayne is a person who believes in doing very thorough research about the people that he hires, and then when he hires them, he's there for guidance and for direction, but he wants you to be hands-on, and he wants to give you the ball and let you run with it.
Known for his no-nonsense approach, Coughlin ran a tight ship.
Come on, Roger, look it in. You got to look it all the way in. It's not tough enough for you, huh? Well, we can do something about that. We can do something about that. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Pay attention back here now. Pay attention. Where are they? What? Your knee pads. Put them in there. It's going to cost you some money.
Jacksonville put its money where its mouth was, signing the first class of coveted collegiates on the same day, an event unprecedented in the league. Michael Hugh managed to ink the entire freshman class at one time in a show of unity, while also adding a core of veteran free agents. Led by a nucleus of blooming talent, the Jaguars headed into their first preseason test against their expansion counterparts, the Carolina Panthers.
I'm from Jacksonville, and I'm here because we've been searching for an NFL team for 25 years.
First time in NFL history where 2 brand new expansion teams are fighting head-to-head, first game of the season.
Gentlemen, let me just say this to you, okay? This is a very historical, traditional day in the National Football League history. You can feel it when you enter that hall over there. It touches our history because just now, 1 minute ago, our flag was raised along with the other 29 flags of the National Football League franchise.
Get ready, baby! There's a new cat in the block! Jacksonville Jaguars!
Get yourself ready to go. Ready to go.
You come off the ball. If you don't know who to block, just go pick one out, man, and go 100 miles an hour.
From the opening whistle, both teams displayed an abundance of enthusiasm. But it was the Jaguars who pounced on the scoreboard first.
Howard stands in the middle of the field between the hash marks at his 35-yard line. Here's a short kick. It is high. Howard will step under it at the 35. Now, right up the middle, dodges, weaves. He's free. He's free at the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. One man to beat. Touchdown, Jaguars! Desmond Howard went 65 yards, and the Jaguars have their first touchdown.
With the aid of some wise coaching decisions, Jacksonville's offense took flight.
Throw it, throw it, throw it! Play action fake, the corner bites on it, Burline going down deep, he's got a receiver, it's Jimmy Smith, he has it, the catch is made at the 1-yard line, Jimmy Smith!
Come on now, oh! Come on, let's go, oh! Pound it in there, baby, come on now!
Come on, O-line, pound it!
In I formation behind quarterback Steve Burline, the snap, the jump, Stewart in the end zone, up and over, touchdown Jaguars!
Yeah.
In a game where the outcome was insignificant, the Jaguars showcased a vast array of weapons and served notice to a national television audience that they had the tools to build a successful franchise. After 2 decades of anticipation, the first game of the regular season had arrived, and with 73,000 rabid fans in attendance, a Super Bowl-like atmosphere surrounded the stadium hours before kickoff.
Talked about the one player who's not on IR, the one player who has no aches and pains, that 12th man, the fan, and they are really looking forward to hearing what the fans can do here today against the Houston Oilers.
First fan cam on History of the Planet here in Jacksonville Municipal Stadium. Woo! How about them Jags?
We're lean, we're mean, we're a fighting machine. We're going to kick butt, we're going to take no names, we're going to take no prisoners. We're here for you, we're going to kill you, we're going to kick butt. We're here, Houston. Come to me, baby. Please come to me.
Coughlin's troops had grown from boys to men in a grueling summer of practice, practice, and more practice. Now it was time to see if these youthful Jaguars could pump up the volume on the Oilers. Although Houston marched the opening drive into the end zone, they would never hit 6 again, as the Jaguars' defense did most of the hitting for the rest of the afternoon. In the second half, Mark Brunell replaced Steve Berline at quarterback, and with his receivers blanketed by Houston's D, Brunell bootlegged the Jaguars back into the ballgame. Trailing by a touchdown, Jacksonville had a chance to tie the game during the final minute of play. But the Oilers' experienced secondary canceled the Jaguars' spirited comeback. Although they had to settle for a loss on opening day, players and fans sensed that inaugural victory was not far off. Unfortunately, the first month of the regular season slipped by without a win. However, Jacksonville showed many positive signs for a team still in the process of growing. Their defense often dominated the line of scrimmage, keeping all 4 games close. The offense began to show signs of life. Nevertheless, costly turnovers and inexperience left Jacksonville standing still in the first quarter of the season. Hungry for a taste of success, the Jaguars journeyed to Houston, prepared to turn the tables on the Oilers. And in the early going, Jacksonville's defense flipped the script on Houston's running game, forcing 2 first-half fumbles. Starting for the first time since Week 2, Steve Berline guided Jacksonville to a 10-0 first-quarter lead. Any celebrating was cut short by a 16-point Oiler eruption that put the Jaguars in a hole. Up by 6 with 2.5 minutes to play, Houston drove toward a game-ending score. But when Jeff Lageman stripped the ball and Darren Carrington recovered, Jacksonville had another shot at success. Mark Brunell swiftly led them into the red zone, and with a minute on the clock, Desmond Howard delivered.
Brunell takes the snap, quick throw, Howard catch, 15, 10, 5, he'll score! He'll score! Touchdown Jacksonville! Touchdown Jacksonville! Touchdown Desmond Howard!
Houston mounted a desperation drive, and with no time left, the Jaguars' fate rested on the right foot of Al Del Greco.
Snap, the placement, the kick is on its way. It's got the distance. It's no good! It's no good! Jacksonville wins! Jacksonville wins! It's no good!
With the field goal gods smiling on them, Jacksonville savored the ambrosia of victory for the first time. And things would get even sweeter in the weeks to come.
Tell you what, if I ain't got it, I can get it. Hey, what if you don't know, you better ask somebody, Lord. Right here in the fine city of Jacksonville, Florida. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Just when Jacksonville was making a name for itself, in rolled the steel curtain. to put a damper on the Jaguars' spirits. But the Jaguars made it clear they were not intimidated by the Steelers' smash-mouth reputation. Ignited by Mark Brunell's fearless first-quarter scrambling, Jacksonville's offense danced up and down the field to the tune of determination and second effort. It was a medley that soon had the mighty Steelers rocking back on their heels.
Green and Lloyd line up to the left and right. There's the inside handoff. Stewart across the 5 on his feet. 10. Touchdown. 85. There's the snap. Brunell stands in the pocket. Fires to center. Tillman. And touchdown. Stays on his feet. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
With the Jaguars holding on to a 10-point third-quarter edge, the 12th man entered the fray. Three second-half Steeler drives into the red zone resulted in just 2 field goals, as Pittsburgh's expectations were smothered in a sea of teal, black, and gold.
Mark Brunell takes the snap, takes a knee, and that should do it. It does. Jaguars win it. The Jacksonville Jaguars are now 2-4 with a big win over the rival and the hated Pittsburgh Steelers.
Following the Steelers' win, these child prodigies would learn firsthand that football is indeed a game of inches. Over the course of the year, Jacksonville would find victory within its reach, only to have it slip away at the last minute. Although they would lose 8 more games, 4 of these losses would be by a touchdown or less, and 5 were decided in the fourth quarter. And while their determination and effort often left them just shy of the goal line, the Jaguars' never-say-die attitude kept them in virtually every game they played. Jacksonville turned many ahead in its first season. The Jaguars posted a .500 record in their division, becoming the first expansion team ever to accomplish this feat. And by steamrolling the Browns twice, they became the first expansion team since the 1966 Miami Dolphins to sweep an opponent. They matched the best athletes in the world stride for stride and fearlessly rode through the heart of enemy territory. They held their ground against the Super Bowl-bound Steelers and took to the skies with the reckless abandon of youth. In only 16 games, they entertained the notion of excellence and in the process earned the love of their fans and the respect of their peers. The Jaguars' defense was spearheaded by number 58, rookie middle linebacker Brian Schwartz. Despite starting only 9 games, the hard-hitting Schwartz led the team in tackles. A second-round draft choice out of Augustana, Schwartz will be a defensive catalyst for Jacksonville in 1996. At outside linebacker, Joel Smain, number 99, was the sack and strip champ with 4 sacks and 4 forced fumbles. On the other side of the field, Mark Williams rounded out a solid young linebacking core. The front 4 was guided by veteran defensive end Jeff Lagum, number 56, the inspirational leader of the team. 16 games started, defensive tackle Kelvin Pritchett marshaled 101 tackles on the year. Defensive end Ernie Logan offered excellent run support and garnered 3 sacks. as did Don Davey, a 16-game starter and jack of all trades. The Jaguars countered enemy bombing attempts with a fleet secondary that prevented the big play. Veteran corner Vinnie Clark, number 27, was a stalwart, starting all 16 games, and rookie Travis Davis was promoted from special teams standout to strong safety. At free safety, Harry Colin led the team with 3 interceptions. Corner Mickey Washington, number 25, had 65 tackles and scored the only defensive touchdown of the season.
And it's picked off down the sideline. Mickey Washington, 25-20, 15-10-5, touchdown Jaguars!
Punter Brian Barker put a positive spin on 95 by leading the league in net punting with the help of special teams warriors like Santo Stevens, Dave Thomas, and Mike Dumas. Barker became the first Jaguar to lead the NFL in a major statistical category, while being voted the alternate for the Pro Bowl. Former Heisman Trophy winner Desmond Howard ranked 5th in the AFC with an average of 10.3 yards per punt return. Howard also chipped in 26 catches and a touchdown as a receiver.
The high snap, Ruin gets it down on coverage. It's blocked! It's blocked! The Jaguars have it! Touchdown, Jimmy Smith!
Renaissance man Jimmy Smith scored twice on special teams. The pièce de résistance was a duet with Howard in Week 14 against the Broncos.
Kickoff, Desmond Howard's got it at the 10, has blockers 15. Now there's a reverse play. He throws it across the field to Cedric Tillman, Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith down the sideline. Here he goes, 40. He's got room. He could go. 50, 40, 30. It's a foot race. They aren't going to catch him. 10-5, touchdown Jaguars. 85 yards on the double dip. Alley-oop, reverse play from Desmond Howard to Jimmy Smith. Unreal!
Mike Hollis booted 87 points to lead the Jaguars in scoring.
Kick is on the way. It's got plenty of distance, and it's right on the money. It's good.
Hollis also batted .500 on onside kicks as his teammates recovered a league-leading 4 of 8 attempts. But Mr. Hollis's opus came on the final play of the year and gave Jacksonville its historic 4th win.
It's good! Jaguars win it!
The Jaguars' offensive line boasts an all-American mixture of power and youth, anchored by veterans like center Dave Wydell, number 79, and guard Sean Bowens, number 66. The O-line averaged 6'6", and weighed in at 306 pounds. Jacksonville's rookie tackle tandem of first-round draft pick Tony Boselli, number 71, and 16-game starter Brian DeMarco, number 73, held opposing defenders at bay as young bookends. In the protective shadow of his behemoth line, Mark Brunell was able to find enough room to mature into one of the league's most promising quarterbacks.
Fires for the end zone, touchdown! Brunell, here's pressure, firing for the end zone, Cedric Tillman, touchdown Jaguars!
A gutty competitor who fears no man, Brunell's star landed in 95, and number 8 hit the ground running up 480 yards on the ground and an NFL best 7.2 yards per carry. Brunell reinstated the scramble to the repertoire of offensive weapons.
He'll have the first down and the touchdown!
Brunell iced his rushing achievements with 4 touchdowns and an assortment of slides that earned high marks among the Jaguar faithful. But Brunell wasn't just the Lou Brock of quarterbacks. His arm had home run capabilities as well.
Downfield, he's looking for Jimmy Smith. He throws it. Catch is made. That's Willie Jackson. He's at the 30. He's on his feet. He wasn't touched. Touchdown, Jackson.
Brunell finished with over 2,000 yards in the air, 15 touchdowns, and only 7 interceptions, giving him the highest passing rating of all time among expansion quarterbacks. With the elusiveness of Steve Young and the toughness of a linebacker, Mark Brunell looks to guide the Jaguars into a promising future. In the backfield, rookie James Stewart led the way with 525 yards on the ground, 21 receptions, and 4 touchdowns. Despite starting only 8 games, Stewart displayed an explosiveness and ability to break tackles that marks him as a potential 1,000-yard ball carrier.
The snap, again the handoff, James Stewart across the 5, dances his way into the end zone through a pile of white shirts. Touchdown, James Stewart.
Fullback LaShae Maston was a blocking dynamo and excellent secondary receiver, while Randy Jordan was responsible for Jacksonville's first ever touchdown.
Far side 30, 35, 40, room to run. Midfield 50, he's gone. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Jaguars!
At tight end, Rich Griffith, number 85, was the starter, in addition to performing long snapping duties for the entire season. Pete Mitchell, number 83, emerged as one of Brunell's go-to guys, coming off the bench to record 41 catches for 527 yards and 2 touchdowns.
He'll drop straight back, looking to throw into the end zone. Now has a receiver, catch, big touchdown!
With only 1 start to his name, Mitchell ranked second in the NFL to the Colts' Ken Dilger for receptions by a rookie tight end. Another pleasant surprise for the Jaguars was receiver Willie Jackson.
Now stands looking for the end zone, a leaping catch, big touchdown!
Willie was Jacksonville's leading receiver with 53 catches for 589 yards, and many of those yards were after the catch. Number 80 also had a team-high 5 touchdowns.
Back 3 yards, looking for the end zone. He's got a receiver. Willie Jackson makes the catch. Touchdown, Jaguars!
Cedric Tillman snared 30 balls and had a trio of TDs. Jimmy Smith added 22 receptions and 3 touchdowns to his impressive special teams contributions. While rookie Curtis Marsh displayed a gift for grab that should come to fruition in 1996. The prospects for tomorrow reflect the Jaguars' desire to build a winning franchise. With the addition of powerhouse Leon Searcy to the offensive line, Jacksonville adds experience and a tradition of winning to an already talented unit. In Keenan McCardle, the Jaguars picked up a sure-handed receiver with speed to augment their aerial attack plans. And Natron Means will give another tackle-breaking option to Jacksonville's ground game. 4-year starter Eddie Robinson, a smart and instinctive player, will sweeten the mix of talent and youth in the linebacking core, just as safety Dana Hall will do in the secondary. The Jaguars had a successful inaugural campaign. It was a year of high hopes, near misses, and dreams fulfilled. After 2 decades of waiting, the fans of Jacksonville have their football team. A team that has come together in 1 short year to taste victory. A team hungry to climb even higher.